Hi, I'm Tom Bell, and I'm a Viking reenactor and history enthusiast.
Well, let's come to that first then. So what does it mean to be a Viking reenactor, Tom?
It means it depends how you look at it. So my friends call it dressing up and cosplay, but I don't have a pointy pair of ears, so it's not. Or LARPing, they call it LARPing as well. It's not that. It's more of a historical side. So it's faithful to historical accuracy. But yeah, you do dress up, run around dressed as a Viking. And I mean, I have to admit that I do dress up. So we're based in York. That's where our Viking group is based, called the Volsung. And we've got connections with the Vikings of Man as well. We're part of the same society, so I've got Viking friends over there already. We do battles, and we just try things out. So we make things and reenact things, and that also includes certain challenges dressed in full battle gear. So that's the Viking reenactment side, but also we like to do a bit of charity fundraising, which brings me around to the Isle of Man, which is obviously a very Viking place. So running the hospice, the Flutter International Hospice half in March. It's not full battle gear, is it? Because I'm wearing trainers and I've got like pants on, but it's near as damn it. So it's chainmail. And I've got a seax, which is sort of a short sword, and my battle axe, which is about 4.5 feet long, something like that, 5 feet long, and that weighs a few kilograms, and a shield, as well as the I don't want to call it costume, Viking outfit. So it's all authentic, apart from trainers, pants, socks, but otherwise fairly authentic. So we're doing it to raise money for the hospice, and that's because my friend, my colleague, who works in the Isle of Man, but the same company, which is Flutter. She's got a personal connection with the hospice. So they've helped her through some difficult times, and her training partner passed away, and the hospice sort of took care of him during his final days. So over a glass of wine last year, she said, well, why don't you come over? So I was looking for an excuse to come over, and I thought, well, let's try and do some fundraising in the most Viking way I could think, which means running half marathon in chainmail.
I love this. I mean, this really is a challenge because, I mean, you've already mentioned some of the kind of weights there. This is going to make it really quite difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, so I weighed it the other day. So it's 14 kilograms, and then plus the clothing, which is like basically a big dress. So I'm going to throw in another kilogram for the clothing, and then running with the battle axe. That's quite awkward. So you have to. So the chainmail sits quite close to your core, so it's quite, you don't really notice it. You don't get jogger's nipple or Viking nipple. So it's fairly safe in the nipple department is okay. But running with the axe is quite difficult. So you have to change the weight quite a lot and put it on your shoulder and run with it on your shoulder, so it sort of digs in a little bit. So that's the tricky bit, and the axe weighs a couple of kilograms itself. But it's a big axe, so it's cool, isn't it? So it's worth it. So it cancels it out.
I love how much you love this. It's great.
Big axe.
Big axe, I know. So take it, but you're going to have to be a little bit wary of anyone running around you while carrying this weapon, aren't you?
Yeah, I've had a snafu already. When I emailed the hospice to say, hi, I'm coming over to do this, explain what I'm going to do, it came back to sort of very gently say, very polite, say, we're a bit concerned that we don't need to hurt anybody or yourself, so maybe don't bring the weapons. And I went back to explain, well, we've done all this battle training, do the reenactment battles, and showing the kit to children, family visitors who are interested in what I'm doing. And then 3 or 4 emails on, I realised I hadn't actually pointed out the weapons aren't sharp. They're blunt reenactors' weapons, so that they're quite safe. And I'm not going to be waving it around anyway. So they just got this random email from a guy who wants to dress up as a Viking, thinking that he's going to bring a massive sharp axe and a short sword onto it. So anyway, we're fine now. I then I've emailed the police, and I've had to talk to the airline to see about getting the axe on the plane. So I've had to pay a bit extra for sports equipment. And I just checked in with the police, say, is there anything you need me to do? Because I don't want to get tasered when I land. Ha ha ha. And they came back with a really worrying response, which is, we're sure it's fine, but feel free to give us a call when you arrive. So I'm fairly worried I might get arrested. But
I think they probably just want a photo with you.
Before they taser me, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. We'll see.
Well, you sound like a charming Viking and not the sort of Viking that's coming over to reinvade the place. I have my moments. I'm sat at Lindisfarne right now, actually, on holiday with the family, so I'm touring all the sites. What do the family think about you doing this? Are they behind your Viking obsessions?
Enthusiasm, not obsessions. And obsession suggests there's an unhealthy element. My wife occasionally joins in with the reenactment stuff, and the kids are quite crazy for it. So there's a chance my daughter and son might be dressed in kit as well. But they get to go to all these shows we do, and she's 6 and he's 8, and when they're a bit older, they'll turn into teenagers and it'll be uncool. But for now, it's interesting for them. I'm sure they'll start to hate it at some point. I'll start to embarrass them at some point as well.
It's quite a good time anyway, isn't it, really? Because there's so many programmes out there that are embracing the history of this period and sort of making it interesting and cool again, really, isn't
Ruining it. Yeah, it's not authentic. It's not faithful to history. You could either embrace that or get a bit cross that that's not authentic. That's not real. It didn't have guns and things like that.
Well, tell us how much you're hoping to raise then.
I don't know. I'd like to raise more than the cost of the flights and the Airbnb. But I'd like to hit 500 and maybe push a bit further. But the hospice itself, I've been chatting to them about this. So last year they needed £7.1 million, and only about just under a quarter of that came from the government. So that they've got a big challenge to do great things, and so they rely heavily on fundraising like this. So this event is really important for them. So. I'm hoping that the challenge and the quirkiness get a bit of sympathy, or maybe sort of catch a bit of attention and help raise a few more quid. So I'm going to start asking around and seeing if a few businesses want to sponsor a space on the Shield and things like that. So I don't know how much, as much as possible. But if I can beat the costs of flying over and the Airbnb, that'd be great.
How do people actually give you money? How do they join in with this fabulous fundraiser?
So we're on Just Giving. So justgiving.com/Tom Bell Viking, or you can search for it online and donate there. Or I think if you follow the hospice website or through social media, they'll be posting on there as well, hopefully. But you don't need to sponsor me, just sponsor somebody that's doing the event. There's lots of people doing it, so it doesn't matter. But it's clearly a really important thing that they do, and they need a lot of help. They need limited guaranteed funding from the government, so every little helps.
Well, you're very much a good Viking. We can tell that, and thank you for doing this.
I have my moments.
Yeah, thanks. We do appreciate it. And I suppose I should have to ask, when you do finish this challenge, which you're clearly going to, what's a good Viking celebration then for when you get over the line?
My colleague Gaynor, who's a fast runner, put it that way. We've agreed that the winner will buy the beers, so she'll be waiting for me for a few hours, I think. But I'm probably going to run straight into the pub, rehydrate, carb-based rehydration, I think.
Sounds like a plan, and some good guttural Viking calls and yells, I'm sure, when you cross over the line as well.
I don't know about that. I think it'll be sort of whimpering and crawling, but we'll see.
Well, Tom, it's a joy to speak to you. Thanks so much for taking the time, and do keep us posted. And we expect to see some photos or perhaps even video of you jogging along nicely in your trainers and your chainmail.
Right, I'll see what I can do. Thank you.